In this video, I'll show you 3 ways to kill your lawn grass so that you can make a new garden. Each method works, but there are pros and cons for each one. At the end of the video, I'll also tell you about some things that don't work so you don't waste your time. Method 1. Manual removal of sod. This is the traditional method and it works well. You can use a simple spade, but that's a lot of work. You can also rent a motorized sod cutter that cuts the sod off for you. The key is to remove enough soil so that the grass rhizomes are removed. If you cut the slice too thin, the grass will regrow. Removing an inch or 2 of soil for cool-growing grasses works well. On warm-growing grasses, you may have to remove a bit more soil. Some people suggest turning the sod over and letting it die. That doesn't work. Sure, some grass is killed, but not all of it. You will still have grass growing in your new bed. Instead, take all of the grass that you've removed and pile it up so that it composts. Once it's fully composted, you can return it back to the garden. Method 2. Sheet mulching, also called lasagna gardening. Cover the area with newspaper or cardboard. I prefer newspaper because it decomposes faster. In colder climates, cardboard can take a year to decompose. Cover the paper with a couple inches of mulch, soil, compost, leaves, or wood chips. The purpose of this material is mostly to hold the paper in place, but once the grass is dead, you can plant directly in it. This is why a lot of people use some type of organic matter. Let this sit until the grass is completely dead. Cool-growing grass is usually dead in 6 weeks. Tougher grass can take a bit longer. Don't rush this step or you will end up with a lot of sprouting grass in your new bed. A lot of people suggest that you can cover the lawn with newspaper and start planting right away. That's just a dumb idea. Wherever you make a hole to plant something, you'll have grass growing through the hole. And the last place you want grass is right in the middle of your perennials and shrubs. Here's a trick that will help. Wind blows newspaper around while you're trying to lay it on the ground. To stop this, water it as you lay it. Wet paper does not blow nearly as much. Also make sure that you use several layers of paper everywhere and overlap the edges. You don't want grass sneaking out between the sheets. Method 3. Use a herbicide like Roundup. Some of you don't want to use chemicals, and I get that. But glyphosate, the active ingredient in Roundup, is extremely safe. It's even less toxic than vinegar. If you don't believe me, look up their LD50 values. The real benefit of using a herbicide is that it works fast. Spray the whole area, wait about 7 days until you see a lot of the grass go yellow. Then respray any parts you missed the first time. You can start planting in about 2 days. There you have it, the 3 best ways to get rid of your lawn. A herbicide is quick and less work. The best soil you have is the top inch or 2 of topsoil, and a herbicide leaves that in place. Manual removal is even quicker, but it is more work. It also removes that precious topsoil. Sheet mulching is eco-friendly and retains the topsoil, but it takes longer before you can plant. Here are some things that either don't work or are less effective. Solarization is popular. You basically cover the area with plastic and let the sun cook the soil and plants. It does work, but it takes as long as sheet mulching, and the high heat warms the soil and may harm microbes. It also looks ugly for several months to a year while you wait for things to die. Rototilling lawn grass is a waste of time. All you do is chop up the rhizomes into small pieces so each one can grow. Besides, tilling harms soil structure. Many people claim that vinegar kills weeds. It doesn't. It only makes the leaves brown, and then the roots, including grass roots, grow back. It simply doesn't work. Table salt is also a darling of social media. It does kill plants. Pour enough on the lawn and you will kill the grass. You will also make the soil so toxic that nothing else will grow there for quite some time. Don't spread salt in the garden. If you want to learn more about gardening, consider joining our Facebook group called Garden Fundamentals. I also author 2 blogs that might be of interest. One is called gardenmyths.com and the other is gardenfundamentals.com. I try to post on these at least once a week, and there's several years of information waiting for you to discover. Have fun in the garden.